Today we're going to talk about the top 4 UGC apps that I've used to become a full-time creator. Now, if you're new here, my name is Sanchez, your UGC professor, and I've helped over 1,000 brands create UGC ads. Now, my videos have helped brands and agencies make a lot of money, and I'm here to share what I know in hopes of helping you piece together a path to your own free life. I'm going to move across every app and talk about what's great about each app and what's not so great about each app. There's advantages and disadvantages, and all together they can help you make a full-time income depending on your circumstances. First app, and also one of my favorites, is called Incense. Now, they service creators from various different countries, too many for me to write out on this YouTube video, so I'm just going to read them. All right, so if you're a creator in the USA, the UK, Canada, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Germany, Italy, Ireland, a lot of countries. Netherlands, France, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Denmark, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Spain, Portugal, Poland, New Zealand, and Singapore. So if you're a creator in any one of these countries, then you can use the Incense app. Now, here are the pros with Incense. A lot of the clients that you'll work with are more than likely going to be agencies rather than just like some brands that are trying to get some UGC. And the agencies typically have a higher budget and they kind of know what they want. So it's a very, very smooth process to be able to work with them. Another thing that I like is that you can kind of negotiate prices. If you feel like they're asking a lot from you, you can request a price increase if you know the brand wants to make certain changes to the brief. It's also easy to do business off of the app or communicate for other jobs within the app. Incense doesn't really trip on this too much, so that's always a plus, and you can get clients off of Incense and continue a partnership in the future if that's something that they're interested in. The clients are usually pretty chill. They write out the briefs for you, so there's not really too much strategic work that you have to do when it comes to putting together a brief. And it's like I said, it's just a very easy, smooth flowing process. Now let's get to the cons. The cons are that the job updates are very slow. Some of these other apps, they'll have jobs on there every single day. Incense kind of does, but not really. If they do have jobs every day, it's maybe 1 or 2 updates. But in my experience with other creators that I've coached, everybody's Incense is a little bit different because I think your profile is set up to attract certain types of jobs. But even still, I don't think that they update jobs every single day. Also, another con is the payment kind of takes a little bit long to come through. You'll be waiting for about 3 to 5 days after your video gets approved, and it leans more on the 5-day mark rather than the 3-day mark. So it's not really a reliable app for consistent cash to go full time. But since they have jobs that pay more, you can get maybe $400, $500, $2,000 even for a job sometimes. It's nice to have that chunk of cash just kind of pour in for the month. And then the final con that I would say about Incense is that it can be a little tricky to get approved because unlike the other apps that are on this list, sometimes you need to have a bit of engagement on your social media to become a part of the Incense crew. So I think you can connect your TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, and you need to have some bit of engagement. It's not like you have to be some super influencer or anything like that. If you post on the apps like, I don't know, maybe once, twice, even a month, and you have some bit of engagement with like your friends and stuff like that, you should get approved. It's not super hard, but it can be tricky for some people. Just try it out and see how it works for you. Next app that we have is called Trend.io. Now, I think this is available only for the US and Canada. One of the best things about Trend is that once you get approved, you get paid immediately. They go straight to your PayPal account, and then you can send it to your bank account from there. You can also sell extra content after you got your job approved. So let's say you got approved for some type of fragrance, you did the video for them, and then you want to take some photos or make an extra video, you can upload that, and then they can approve that to pay you in addition to what you already got paid for. So that's a nice feature. This can be a pro or a con depending on who you are and what situation that you're in. But there are creator tiers with Trend. So when you first start off, you're not really going to get paid that much. I think the lowest you'll make is probably $45, and that's at complete beginner. And then at the highest, you'll make $205 for each job. They're going to start off in the silver tier, and that's when you'll make $45 per video. And then that's when you've completed anywhere between 1 to 7 jobs. Then there's the gold tier, which is anywhere from 8 to 14 jobs, and you'll jump up from $45 to $55 a video. Then there's the diamond tier. Now with the diamond tier, that'll be 15 plus jobs. So as soon as you get 15 videos done on the app, then you'll jump from $55 to $65 per video. Now, the next part of that is level 1. The levels are more so your skill level as a creator, whereas the colors are more so the amount of jobs that you've completed. So you can complete a lot of jobs, but still be a level 1 creator. And at that point, you'll make $65 per video. If you're a level 2 creator, you'll jump up from $45 to $120. So if you're a complete beginner, you've never made UGC videos before, you'll probably be at the $45 mark. But if you have created UGC videos and you have some sort of skill, you could probably jump from the $45 to the $120 mark instantly. So that'll be typically on Trend. A lot of the videos are like 15 seconds and you have to do 2. So it's really just one 30-second video. If you have a lot of experience, you can jump all the way up to level 3 and still be at silver. That's exactly what I did. So I went straight to making $185 a video. And then as I did more videos, I leveled up from silver to diamond. So let's just run through that real quick. You have level 3 at silver, you will make $185. Level 3 at gold, you'll make $195, and then at level 3 at diamond, which is where the final rank is, you'll make $205 per video. So this could be a viable option for a full-time income depending on what level you're at. But I mean, as fast as you get paid and if you can get jobs coming in consistently, especially if you're at that level 3 diamond, you can do 5 jobs and already be at $1,000. So that'll add up extremely quick. Now for the cons, it's only available for ISO users. Now I don't have an iPhone, I'm an Android guy like Samsung. But if you have any friends or brothers or girlfriends, wives, husbands, whatever, who have an iPad or maybe an iPhone, you can kind of run through the app on their device or have one of your friends run it for you, kick them a little extra cash if you want. I don't know, if they're a loved one, they'll probably do it for free. I personally think it's worth it. I wouldn't sleep on it. I know that can be a little bit of an inconvenience, but like I said, especially if you have experience, it's worth it. Next con is that it takes quite a bit of time to get accepted on Trend. So if you're watching this and you're a bit interested, I would apply right now, because for me even, it took about 2 or 3 months, I think. And then they kind of they just have a lot of people coming in, and there's no real way to tell how long it's going to take. I would just say apply for it and hopefully you get in. Unless you're brand new, like if you're spanking brand new, don't apply for it. We're going to go through some other apps in the future. You can build your way up to Trend and then move from there. So on Trend, you can run into a lot of brands. It's not always agencies. Most of the time, brands don't have a well-constructed brief. So you kind of have to make your scripts by yourself. And if you don't have experience with that, that can be a bit frustrating. Then if you don't do exactly what the brand was like imagining, that they didn't write in the brief, they're going to give you revisions. And then that can also be annoying, especially when you're expecting money to come through. So in my experience, what I do is if it's not in the brief or they give me a very like bare brief, I do the best that I can. I get creative. And if they want something extra on top of that, then I tell them, hey, you didn't put that in the original brief. So you're gonna have to pay for this video. I'll still make you a new video with what you want, but that's just gonna be extra. So then you at least get paid for your time and the hassle and the inconvenience of having to go back and reshoot something that wasn't already there. The third option is Billo, and I made a full in-depth video that talks about why I think beginners should all start on the Billo app. You can watch that here. If you're in the USA, Canada, the UK, or Australia, and you're a beginner, this is going to be a great option for you. Now the pros, they spam jobs every single day and on the weekends throughout the day. So you'll always have options to sift through and figure out, all right, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. And to apply, it's super easy. You click the job, you press apply, you press confirm. Like 3 clicks. It's very easy to join. All you have to do is make a pitch video, which just introduces yourself and talk about what you're interested in and how you can help a brand. I also have a video that teaches you how to make a pitch video. I make everybody do it and they get their videos approved. Another pro is that if you make over 20 videos a month, you'll get this nice chunky bonus that comes into your account. Now, getting into the cons of Billo, they pay out bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks, middle of the month, you're going to get paid, and the end of the month, you're going to get paid. And that can be annoying because if you're expecting money or you want your money right now, you're not going to be able to get it until the middle of the month if you got videos approved at the beginning of the month. As well as if you're expecting money at the end of the month and it misses that deadline, you'll have to wait until the next middle of the month to get paid. And that can be super annoying. It wasn't always this way. When I first joined, you got paid right away, but then several years ago, they just switched it out of nowhere. I don't know why they did it. There's been talks about them switching it back, but I haven't heard or seen anything about this, nor do I really use the Billo app much anymore. But like I said, it's great for you to start. It's also very bad because the pay is atrocious. So when you first start, you're probably gonna max make around $40 to $45 for a 60-second video. And that's if you're a standard creator. You can level up to premium creator, which takes about 15 videos, and then you'll make around $90 for a 60-second video. You compare that to Trend, where if you do 60 seconds worth of content, you'll get paid more than double of what you would get paid on Billo. The other thing is that they don't always have a lot of descriptions for the briefs. So oftentimes you'll have to make up your own brief, which can again be frustrating if you're a beginner. So the next app is called Breakfast. It's actually abbreviated as BRKFST, and it's not really an app, it's more of a website. And I'm pretty sure it's breakfast.io. So it doesn't have jobs that update all the time, and it's not really a consistent, reliable way to get income, but it does have a unique advantage. And because of that, we're going to start off with the cons with Breakfast. Now, the first thing I want to say is Breakfast expects a lot from their creators. With oftentimes you're going to have to make Oftentimes you're going to have to make 6 different videos, and then on top of that you'll have to make additional aspect ratios for that 6. So you'll do like a 9:16 video for the first 6, and then they'll want a square, so you'll have to re-edit everything, move the text up, add the music, and do all that kind of stuff all over again if it doesn't fit with the original 9:16. And it can be quite tedious. They're also very strict with making sure that the text is at a certain part of the screen, or that the brand name is spelled in all caps, or only the first letter is capitalized, or if you have 0.02 seconds of a black screen at the end of the video, then that has to be trimmed down a little bit. So they can have a little bit of strict rules, and any minor mistakes will send you re-edits back, and you'll just kind of be a little annoyed by it. There's also no way to negotiate any type of better deals at all. You know, future work, as Breakfast works with brands, and who you're communicating to is an agent at Breakfast, not somebody who has the decision-making power at a brand or an agency. I believe Breakfast is its own agency. And the worst thing about Breakfast is its pay, especially as a standard creator. I would say it's probably the worst out of every 4 on this list, as the amount of work that you have to do with being a standard creator. You're gonna make $200 for essentially 12 videos. And if you're a premium creator, that'll get boosted up to $350 for, again, 12 videos, around there. Moving into the pros, there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So with Breakfast, they offer a 5% ad spend with every job that you do. That means the better your ads perform, the more extra money that you can make. You can end up making hundreds or even thousands of dollars extra than what you were originally paid for the video. And that's happened to me several times, where one month I'll have an extra random $200, $400, or even $4,000 just hit my account. Is it consistently reliable? Absolutely not. But like incense, it's just one of those things that when it hits, you'll be grateful that it does. They also have jobs on there that don't have the 5% ad spend, and those just pay a higher flat rate. I think for standard, it might be around $700, maybe $800. Could be a little bit less. But I know for a premium creator, you'll get $1,000 flat rate, no ad spend, just to knock out those, 6 to 12 videos, depending on if they want the aspect ratio variations or not. It's also super easy to sign up for Breakfast. It's very similar to Billo, where you'll create some sort of pitch video, and then if that gets approved, then you'll immediately get let into the platform. In addition to that, Breakfast also pays you money for joining the program. So you'll make around $25 if your video gets approved. Now, I like to tell all the beginners, start with Billo. It's the best way to build your portfolio while also making money. And it'll help when you're trying to join all these other apps and platforms so much easier, because you'll have those videos, you'll have the experience to just get on there and kill. For an example, if you hop on Trend, you can email support and say, hey, I would like to get my profile reviewed for a level 2 or a level 3 creator. You can skip that $45 payment and jump up to the tiers depending on what your skill level is. Everyone is different, so you don't have to start off with only Billo if that's what you don't want to do. If you want to do all 4 of these apps at once, by all means, go do that. This is just how I did it, and this is what I recommend. But you might be different. You might be built different. I don't know. Prove it. Tell me if you go in there and kill them all. I love to celebrate with you. If you do, however, want to start with Billo and you kind of want a system put together with how to do that, I created a full YouTube playlist right here that you can click. It's a course that talks about UGC specifically with Billo and everything that I know and learn about it, and it's all free. Show you how to navigate Billo, how to set up your pitch video, how to edit, how to deal with clients, how to get your own client, all types of cool stuff on there. I hope that this video helped you get some extra knowledge about UGC apps and hopefully bridged you to some extra cash in your life. So if you have any questions, comment below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.